more. Bia ti ngibukan baseche gifoi bia gifoi bia na gifoi bia. Sure long as the pain shield takes over your long cycles.
I can tell you now we gonna be famous.
Hey, get it. Oh, Tiba Juan Joe, Tiba Juan Bro. Hey, hey.
I can tell you now we gonna be famous.
I kulunyelwa emlilweni. I kulunyelwa emlilweni. Tula.
I can tell you now we gonna be famous.
Manongo, kilo, jag, kurani, fame.
I can tell you now we gonna be famous.
Manongo, kilo, jag, kurani,
Hey.
Manongo, kilo, jag, kurani.
There's a few I've worked with. Yeah, I'm very selective. Abu mathukana nani.
Mabamelele.
Aye.
All right, let's kick on.
Yeah, man.
Fere.
Nandi kanjani King?
Siyaphila phoza yami.
Thank you.
All right, please introduce yourself to those who never met you. Ukuthi ubani wenzani?
Oh yeah. This is Big Bro Sequal, DJ Sequal maseliphelele, bonke simkhize igama lami lamampela, ngihlale Zola, Zola 1 to be exact. Yeah, I'm a producer, mixing engineer, artist.
You're a recorder food.
Yeah, I do record. Mara kusizinto nyana lezi ezifensi lezi, it's just some underground shit.
Yini interference mouth khona ezifensi.
Angithi khona lezi zamo trap abobani mina ngisasela underground, maybe vocal nyana if ingoma ethize needs a vocal.
Yeah.
I add in those voices nyana and yeah.
Pimpers up.
Pimp young tall. That's what.
Helps man though.
I can.
Yeah.
Sure.
How is life after the lockdown for you and experiences the past 2 years? It
was hard, bro. It was hard. Like musically, it was. But it was under the bus for many of us. Especially this side where everything vele being echo before lockdown. After lockdown, shit was very, very hard. Yeah.
Machita mfethi abanye bawo washile ngaso lesifo, abanye bazibulele, abanye babuyele emakhaya. The disruption was enormous. But what made you persist? Uthi no, even after the lockdown, sasebulendle.
I mean, I was never taught to give up, bro. I was never taught to give up. So bengeke ngive up because maningi ama circumstances ake wayenzakala before lockdown where else I could have quitted, but I couldn't.
Yeah.
So lockdown was never gonna make me stop.
Yes.
Until maybe unless I got chopped my hands off or something.
Yeah,
then that's when I would
even
stop.
then the mind doesn't die.
The mind won't die. I'll still coach. I'll still remove that there, put there with my mind. Yeah.
Before Tina Sugwazi, because mina ngwazi lately through EON Medaphorz.
Sure.
Nabo EON. Way before in our music usayicala. What triggered the passion for music to say, okay, get into this thing? This is your future.
Okay, let me go way back. I think 1997, 1998, I think. Yeah. Sabugeli Pop TV. Yeah, ngaleza inkathi. They played ingoma ka Eminem is 10. Ever since that day, like music, that song actually caught me into the direction where I'm at right now. Because that song was the storytelling, how he executed the beat, everything was perfect for me at that young age. Then I grew up, no, I really want to do this music thing. Yeah, and then I started 2014, producer like fully. Then Fruity Loops, but I've never paid attention to it. Yeah.
All right. So 1998, Pop TV, Stan is on TV. The storyline, the beat, the delivery,
the execution, everything. Eminem.
Marshall Mathers.
Dog. That record in its own rocked my world. And then ngathatha some gap years. Before then, I think when I was maybe 16 to 17, 18, 19, I was DJing house. Yeah, and then that didn't end up well. I quit music for probably 2 to 3 years, and then in 2014, that's when I started producing.
What made you quit house? What do you mean something wasn't going well?
Okay. Siya DJ nale crew nayo, and then sihlanganisa imali, sihlanganisa equipment, sihlanganisa crowd, sesine crowd yethu nani, and then these guys, the team, baboleka somebody else equipment, and then equipment gets eaten by abanye abantu abakolodwayo, so it was a stressful nje. So I ended up quitting DJing house, and then I started producing. Yeah, that was 2014 November, the 11.
Yeah. Kumbula the date. 2014.
Sure.
But that's a long time back from 1998.
That's why I'm saying with that song on its own made a mark inside of me. With I can't explain it, but even today I still get goosebumps. Shuti sanginikeza that same effect. Same effect.
So 1998, how old?
I think I was 8. Yeah, I've been 9.
Yeah, and then what is happening in the music industry that keeps the dream in you alive? Ekasi or in South Africa in general?
Ekasi, there was Kwaito at Kasi, and my father was a big fan of Ata, Mawillis, Abashantes, Abo Lebo Mathosa, so he was about Thebe. So he used to buy a he used to buy a cassette. So he would blast those tracks like every weekend. So ngasho na with influencing came from my dad playing those tracks. Cause bekawatenga ma cassette, we had a long list of cassettes. Internationally, the guys who were making music, Bogwabo Tupac by that time, Bogwabo Tupac, Abo Biggy, but English game was still a struggle. So those ones being abezwa because they were a bit of quicker. Unlike Eminem Asakala, he was very storytelling and begazwagala yabona. So it was easy for me to listen to that rather than about Biggy, because bona they were very complex, sort of like the underground cats, laba bakulma big words where you can like, oh my God, what is he saying? Yeah. So it was like that. Aggressive. So me now was always like, if it's storytelling, if it has some vocals in it, maybe a woman singing, maybe some, that's my kind. Because to me, it's musical. Yeah. Sure.
And this is let's say 2000 to 2010. Yeah. In that space, are you producing or looking, still buying a computer and to produce or produce at all now?
Being a produce, but I was vibing with artists now. I was starting to go to sessions. If there's a slachi session, I go there. If there's a session wherever they call, because we were manning at that time, I would go there, listen to the music that was made. Oh, maybe if I'm gonna do this one day, this is the guy I would work with. This is Young Tola. So I was planning before I started. I was planning. Okay, Masengi sharp. This is the guy I would send beats to. This is the guy I would send beats to.
If I start.
Yeah, if I start. If I start.
Yeah. Plot.
Yes, exactly. Because I knew I wasn't gonna do dope beats at start. So I was gonna be work until a certain point where my third eye opens, and now I know what to do. Sure, because no one taught me. I taught myself everything I know.
Sure. But then when does production start? So much.
Even at 2014 when I started, I knew my beats weren't gonna be. So it took me plus minus 4 years after 2014. I think 2018. That's when I started producing. Sure. That's when
you Mafikizolo, Christian.
Sure.
But your skills are already up there, self-taught.
It took me long.
Because Sequal, 2018 and you're already this good.
Sure. But I need to hear sure, I was practicing in my head. Sure. I was practicing, seeing good. I would work with that artist because now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 as a producer. So everything was planned.
But it's 20 years since you listened to Stan.
Sure.
At that time.
Sure.
I know it must be a gift, but why did it take so long? Why do you think it took so long for you to just say okay? Because at that time there'd already been a lot.
Yeah.
Especially with hip hop, like us.
Yeah, like us. Oh, another thing is very financial. Yeah, it took me a while to get a PC. Like I've always had a PC, but it wasn't music. Sorry. Being a music capable,
yeah.
It was just music that I can make beats. I can't record. I can't mix. I can't do a lot of things. The only thing I could do was to make beats and then send them away to artists. Abanye babo choose them, abanye they don't. So yeah.
So Imali is one of those factors that actually it's not a one-man story.
Yeah.
Most young artists, young talents, even in sports in Africa, but give up sometimes.
Yeah.
So you reckon if you got your first PC around 2002, pit rock, man.
Yeah, if the equipment was available, or even not even my PC, if someone was gonna school me under them who had everything, then I would learn from them, and then at a time, then I could buy myself a PC, knowing good thing is ngale PC.
Yeah. And when you started, what was your genre?
It was underground hip hop.
Yeah.
Like Singaya Guboma, your Mad Libs. Like those underground beats, nama drums are out of tune. It was that, because ngatin begne yini ayibizani konje le ngikhohliwe ke le gama lele begne kasi rap ne. And then there was another one underneath kasi rap which was very much raw.
For real?
Yeah man, konje I forgot that sound.
Mara
He rap. That's where Gothic rap, yes. Beyenzakala like us. There was hip hop. No. There was Kasi rap, and then there was that Gothic rap. And some boys were flatty in the other one. Yabona, that one was so raw that some of the guys, Sthokzo, with Deep Soweto now, he did a track that was Gothic. Maybe these kids, that's when they picked it up from. So now it was something that was coming up.
Is and that then some old Dirty Bustard type of rap? What is it?
It is, ne? But inani, it's strictly Vernac. There's no word in English, no. It's like strictly Vernac. If it's Tswana, it was Tswana throughout. If it was Zulu, it was Zulu throughout. But kuna machants underneath, and it was beautiful the way the time it started.
Yes.
It was beautiful. Angazi pelelepi.
Yeah, I need to ilento VVS we are struggling. Fast forward, we're going to talk about Ikasi rap what happened to the sessions, what happened to the events what happened to Kasi rap as a whole. But in terms of we understand that from 2018, Mawpusha, Amachita Okala, who believed in what you do and plugged to your productions.
Sure.
Aboban.
Okay, we were a team of three skulls. There was Deft, there was Med1, Utakja, there was Fanas, he was the photographer and the videographer, and then there was me who was doing the production. And I think by that time, that's when I started. I bought a mic and I bought a mixer, interface, so that we can record our things, and then send them to someone to mix and master.
Yeah.
Group yokuqala, the first ones, and then I worked no RapNet. Yeah, that was the second artist. RapNet, yes.
Yeah.
And then from there going up, there's a lot. Who
in particular, after those first two groups, who in particular then did you focus on in terms of project, or what projects have you brought out since?
Okay, I released my first project I think in 2019, somewhere around June, Long Road version 1. Yeah. That project had some members of Deep Soweto. It had some members of Deep Soweto. It had Black Bopha, it had Kulkani, some other guy from Dobsenville. That was that guy was dope, and unfortunately that was the first and the last track we did together. So many cats have came here, record us and then they disappeared. Sometimes I lose contacts now. Yeah. Because I'm busy, dog. I'm busy with projects.
Yeah.
Sure.
So the Deep Soweto experience, what made you wanna hook up with them? Because those are icons, like.
Sure. Bahlala like us, like one is like down there, two of them is like down there, so they're not far. Now Bobazville just in that I know Sequal is making beats and all of that, and then one came in, Angtola Velengule album mode, that Long Road version. And then he was like, yo, play me a beat, play your beat. Then they came, recorded, and then I mixed, and then we released. Yeah. Sure.
Okay, then when you were looking at the cats, just before you started production, now we have my session and so on. What was the one thing about the whole movement that stood out for you?
Hey, Kasi-Rap was on fire, Kasi-Rap was on fire. At some point, no. There was lyrical content between 2018 and between 2016 ukuza ku 2018, it was on point. Your Sbuda P's, Infaktist, ukhona lapho. So it was on point. Music beba keeper then. Beba hamba no speak. I guess that's why it was music kwabo the way bongakhona, because of the genius of speaker yang thola.
It's nice to hear you give props as a producer. Bro.
Dog, I can't deny him. I can't deny him. He deserves it, dog.
Yeah.
Speaker pushed a lot of people. He pushed a lot of people.
Does he get his flowers while he still lives, do you think?
I think the game is... the game is... Tingati the game. Impilo is definitely not fair.
So uSpeaker muhla inkosi imkhumbula, Lord forbid it happens while he's still young. Imkhumbula size like us like pro, like amakhendlela. Yo, Speaker sends him a t-shirt.
Sure.
That's not fucking fair.
Yeah. But according to me, he's the one holding Kasi-Rap alive.
Yeah.
Even today.
Yeah.
Because he's still pushing it. Where else other producers have migrated to Amapiano, abanye they are doing the sound as in Nigeria. So abantu bachiftile. It's only him who plays a lot in my mind. Makala nje Kasi-Rap. I think it's him. Yangithola.
Yeah.
Sure.
So kahle umuntu ofana no speaker is simfanise no is royalty of vernacular rap.
Sure. Ngasho nokuthi he's the founder.
Yeah.
Because he's pushed it so long, many people know him as kasi rap speaker. Pioneer. Yeah. He pushed it so much that abantu who mawucabanga kasi rap, you only think of speaker. Guys like us,
yet you are talented. You're just equally as talented probably, but it's the passion that a person
puts in. Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
It's like having Nelson Mandela, Amanda Sisulus, the Biggys of that time, Lama Kesa Nabo Tambo, but Mandela stands out because of the passion he added. Yeah. So Speaker Mandela.
No, he is. He is.
Okay, at the moment, what is happening in your production? What in your entire push, your music? Are you doing other genres? Are you sticking to hip hop? Which artists are standing out, and what can we expect in the nearest of futures?
Okay. Right now, if hip hop that's one thing. Like it's embedded in me. It won't stop and not ever. But Namik migrated to other genres. I do deep house. I have a project suitable. Yes, it should be ready maybe by September or maybe earlier than that. And then I do have a long road too. I think it has to come out now or before maybe June. Because I'm successfully about one track or Utingete. And then I have other mixtapes, not mixtapes, like beat tapes. Last thing release one, now last thing I release so I have another one that I'm gonna release August. Sure, a beat tape.
What are you long roading about? Is this, you had the first long road, this is the second long road. What is in that concept? Why do you want to name a project long road? Why not a short road? Or a mid-term road?
Yabona izinto eziningi abantu bayabhayiziseka ngokufuna ukuhamba indlela e-short yangithola. So a long road you get to learn izinto ozibona emaceleni. Let me make an example. If you are driving in a long road, you get to see izinto ezisemaceleni eziningi. Let's say Limpopo, you know you're gonna pass Ichalo, you're gonna pass farms, you're gonna pass Ikonala, Muntone Inkomo, you're gonna pass a lot of things, and that's knowledge, unlike a short road. Short road to Chigalange passage Bagbambi Nkunzi. So I'm a short road analyzes in dollars. That's why I chose the long road, because in izinto eziningi, and I can tell stories, because that album is for stories. Let's say track 1 ikhuluma ngani ku long road 2. Track 1 izokhuluma ngepayola, like a rapper went to a radio station, I submit to music wakhe, and then the promoter guy likes the song, but then he wants some cash to put it in the radio. That is the first song. Ikhuluma ngale nto. That's his story. Yeah, that's his story. I forget who did it.
Who's the artist there?
Jobe. It's Jobe Music. Or say Albertine, if I'm not mistaken. Somewhere, yeah, Albertine, yeah. Angas no my east, no me west, but somewhere. Somewhere there, yeah.
And then what other concept can we?
Enye ikhuluma ngani?
Talk about his stories.
Yeah, because the song is in a story. It's like it's a story-based song. Yes. It's not like a song where you could find with like radio ready. Yeah, no. It's a song you need to.
Off topic.
Yonke every song ilandelana because it's a story-based. Ngathini ngenze example ngani. Yes, exactly. Bambe right. Yeah.
Okay, so you know why I'm interested in that project?
Sure.
Was the first project the same way?
Structure, yes.
Yeah.
But if ngathini lyrical wise, it was not.
Okay, but not the bayibizani konje mawe package kanjalo. Whatever. The arrangement.
Sure.
The arrangement engoma was different. I did an episode Lebzotic, episode 2 of what we are doing now.
Sure.
He has something called Kasi Stories.
Oh yeah.
You can check it on Audiomack, I think. Kasi Stories. Now he insisted with all the artists that were coming to do that project.
Yeah.
He wanted them to tell a story. And I listened to one song in particular. It hit me so hard. So I'm starting to see between you and him and maybe others. I'm starting to pick Uguti. You are channeling these artists.
Sure.
To think as mature people, as grown men, and as responsible
artists. Yes. That's the plan though. Because if you can't groom them, who's gonna groom them? Because when ababheka what's happening in the game and they think it's all dope. Yeah. Whereas now we look at the game and we see ama mistake ayenzwa ama artists amanye. Like the drugs, the women, wrong women, bad energies, and all of those things is better.
Yeah, because what you're saying nicely connects to your first point of telling how did you get acquainted to the spirit of hip hop? Through Stan.
Through Stan.
He was telling a story.
He was telling that story.
And masiti kasi rap si tanda or si favor genre or less subgenre. It is because of the stories these kids were able to tell. Makuluma ngabo GP Gangster, makuluma ngabo Deep Soweto. There is no rap movement in South Africa or any other genre that tells stories better than
Kasi rap.
Or vernacular rappers.
Of young tall. They tell the best. And with the right producers behind them, that song will hit you like that song that hit you. Young tall. That's perfect. And we lack that.
But someone Sequal will say, you guys need bumper. You need gems that can
we do. Ne?
Yeah.
We do, because that's funding. If that song makes it into radio, you get that funding. And young tall, they are live, and but the storytelling I bold, because we have a song like us, No, 7. It's a classic. Trust me, after 100 years, even if this earth would go down and then kuvumbuka enye civilization, if they would find that CD, trust me, they would know what they are listening to. Young tall. Ma7 Imbalendle. That song is, yeah. Sure, Zola.
There's a song I had called Black P. A tribute to Zola.
Sure.
It had the first month I encountered it, I was listening to it every day.
Yeah.
So that's when I picked Uguti Amachita. As you say, bafuni funding, but dingy funding, and nobody's looking Kasi rap way. So the best people to actually fund the Kasi rap is the Kasi rappers themselves.
The Kasi rappers.
Hence, Abo G Unit were making money underground. Hence, Abo all these kids. I don't want to mention other things they did, but they wanted to drive our Master P. They wanted to drive funds themselves.
Government or any other aid. I'm told.
Because how many Kasi rappers we can have? Here's a scenario. Because now I'm taking your shine.
No problem.
Here's a scenario. You have, let's say we have 50,000 Kasi rappers in South Africa. Bonke bayaphanda, abanye bayaslenga, abanye bayaspama, abanye bayarecorda, abanye bane baby mama nemali, abanye banama parents agree.
Sure.
If they took out 30 rands every month, lama Kasi rap, bayibeke kick in. If you did your mathematics, you would say, unfortunately, I'm not in the short, guys. So Ninkolelu Tatis Katsaga Sequal.
I'm sure they don't mind.
Yeah, I'm trying to go to this calculator, and this iPhone is too fancy, man. It's a phone. It's a fancy iPhone. It's in your Android. When I hated Android, but so Medaphorz says it's on the way.
Oh, okay.
Medaphorz IDE. Okay, while I'm still doing the maths, we'll go back to the maths. How did you meet Medaphorz?
Story some nights funny. We met actually online. Maybe I don't remember the date exactly, but we met online firstly I saw him bekune show la eMlapo sengikhohliwe le ndawo le bekune show, and he was there with some other guys ba perform. I think it was Zero Gravity if I'm not mistaken, ba performer, and then he was the last man standing while the two bese baqedile, and then he was rapping there. Bengisahamba ne Triscals, yes, ngihamba ne Triscals, and then
2019
it's before.
Yeah.
Before, I think 2016, if I'm not mistaken, 2015, 2016. Bengisaqala my production. Bengingakabi grand. Bengisa shama ama ups and downs, sure. Rewind a few years later. Oh no, silibile sikhuluma ku Facebook. Yes. Maybe we talked for like 2 years, trying to send him beats and all of that, but the communication naye wasn't that strong because I'm a phone and then
gadgets.
Sure, gadgets. And then we met on a job interview. I think it was a library before. I don't know what's happening right now. Sihlangane lapha right on the stairs. Ngiyakhuphuka uyayehla. I'm like, hell no. Noma kuthiwa no Medaphorz lo. Sindlulane. He was walking with some chick. I think that was no. Some other chick nje. Some khumbuli kahle. Yabona sengizokhuluma neindaba zabantu. So sindlulane. I'm like 10 back. I'm like, hell no. I know this dude. Ngiphenduke. Naye kanti he's feeling the same thing. Nah man. Noma kuthiwa no uSequal lo 10 back. I'm like Medaphorz. He's like Sequal. Like Medaphorz, like Sequal, and then that's how we started until today. Yeah.
What did you start?
Like the relationship between me and him, musically. Then I started sending him beats, and then they jumped on them. Yeah, no, EON, his little brother, and then the relationship was built ever since. Yeah.
Okay, I've done my maths on that fake Android line.
Yeah.
Okay, so what seems a little rubbish because it's not an interview to you. Say it's the conversation we're having.
Sure.
So 50,000 Kasi rappers.
Yeah.
But keep 30 rands. 30 rands say payment. Say pause. It's 1.5 that they can make per month. If you times that by 12 months, 18 million that they can make.
That's a lot.
Abantu can build themselves a village.
Yeah, that's a lot. Like we can literally turn Soweto into something.
Yeah. Though these cats do farming, our Medaphorz.
Yeah.
And aside from which means they understand the value of land. And the value of self-sufficiency through the crop farming.
Through crop farming,
There's cannabis, which is a big game right now, and hemp.
Yeah.
Silele kuyo.
That
area yonke abelungu, they are starting to monopolize the business. Overseas it's a fast moving business.
Yeah.
Sinemalawen, what? Swazi, what? They've poison.
Yeah.
We're not capitalizing. So what I'm saying about this, the reason why I'm raising this is that Tina, so logo sikhala nge-funding, so logo sikhala ngokuthi bayasivalela nephayola yakho ishoyo kulon road. Kanti we have to start turning and looking into instead of outward.
Yeah.
That's my feeling sometimes.
You are right, ne? You are right. Because now we have to look at the bigger picture at the end of the day. Ngeke ufuna kuba umrapper ubona i-situation yethu la, like thingithi Soweto. Because when was the last time kwaphuma somebody from Soweto who has actually made it before, besides Pro? Besides Pro, who has ever made it a Soweto besides him?
Instead by our.
We are going down.
Yeah.
Siyangena, sibe seyintweni, and then go down. Not even if si reach a prime, cause no Pro. Na yangengi to your reach a prime where he was like Zola before. Young tall. He was everywhere.
If Pro didn't do a one-man show like Sjaba, aka Ivy Sintor, Nasty C. Then he never reached.
Young Tall. So Soweto I produce anyone ever since pro, according to me.
Ever since Mathosa.
Ever Young Tall. A star, a big star that South Africa yonke notices and love and adore. And the Lekas will keep artists like nobody's business. This kasi alone in Klalaguyo. This kasi alone. This kasi alone. Masiyahla nje siyalenza dosiwe street. Amabhoza. Chiskop. Zila. Mathosa zila. Mshoza bala. Mzambia bala. So lekasi leli produce abantu abaningi
and bakhona labo Mzambia manje
bakhona
but abatholi
thuba which is another, that's what I'm trying to do, cause abanye ngiyaba offer ama free recording session. If you are dope, I can't deny you a platform. Yeah. But
you give me that platform and it's a good platform because that's a rare help, rare assistance.
Sure.
Manceta ngiyaphuma ngiyakule nyawupheleza. Ngiyakule ntonyana lesizenza. Phela most bro, it's scary ukuthi most young people who are talented like Lokshin,
they end up smoking it.
Yeah. They are high and now they are deteriorating. They are problem to their families.
Cool. Abona the only vendetta that we have like us. Yini crystal. Yeah, these young boys are smoking crystal and sebayahlanya right now. A lot of them sebayahlanya. So nayo enye into, I think it's the depressions, the stresses, okungabi nemali, no fundings, no nothing. Abanye futhi ngathini, I think mina abayenza babe destructive this much is the lack of information. Abona thina sazinceda cause we have internet. We research things. So depression no ngiphatha kangako cause there's other things I can do to deflect it. I can jump on a song, I can record myself, I can do online beat making. Ukuzinceda ukuthi ngingaphathwa ilama depression abanye
Simpiwe Kasi Rap is the first artist we interviewed, uthi election management. He had a song called Election Management. Labafana babulawa election management. They didn't pass well esikolweni, some are dropouts, and then bala loyishi, and they just watching the days go by.
And obvious, ngeke uhlale vele. I mean, your friends, they are at the corner when you're trying to do music. There's lack of inspiration there. Hauna information njengoba ngisho. Like hauna inspiration nje in general oyitholayo as a whole uhleli uyi-one. Hauna ne-data.
Get from message yangale
especially. And then you decide no think your plumber nama-gents ekhoneni, and then the influences catches you. Then so uyabhema lama Taiwan, lama crystal or whatever. Now you are screwed.
Because they just need to go 3 times.
And
you are done.
You are done.
Yeah. Where are the female MCs in this whole pipeline since you started?
I mean, to tell you the truth, bro, I've been looking for female MCs. But recently I found Ferguson. Yeah, which is one I will work with. Maybe abanye abogel bazobona through that relationship between me and her.
Zini gave me Ferguson's number. I was supposed to call it.
Sure,
we haven't interviewed a female MC. So he gave me the number. So I think phone.
You should.
To get locked somewhere. In fact, my experience with artists is always that of 50-50 with my excuse or so Ferguson is someone that is being hyped.
Yeah, she is dope. Nyamlandelela music wakhe. She is dope.
Let's go. Young Sam, yep, alphabetical order. I'm a young hustler, like a brain disorder. I'm the only reason I'm disturbing your shoulder. I'm a baller, and yes, I'm a straight like a ruler. And yes, I got a nice 6-pack in the cooler. And yes, I got more gold than your jeweler. I am so hot, definition of burning. The night never comes because I'm earning the morning. You call me Spider-Man, they call me the Goblin. I be eating your That's why they call